Okay, guys, I'm back with a series I've been making about how to pick a shit hit the fan rifle for your specific scenario. So today I have an AR-15. It's a 223 5.56, and if you buy one, you definitely want to get the 5.56 caliber stamped on the side so that you know that you can shoot both. That gives you the ability to shoot both, obviously, which the 5.56 just has higher pressure. 223 wild chamber is probably the best way to go because it'll handle both, and it has a relief cut to help with extraction, and there's less jamming with it. But anyways, the 5.56 caliber is a really good caliber to be able to carry higher volumes of ammunition. This round is effective to about 600 yards, I would say. I wouldn't put much faith in it past that. And honestly, it's not got a huge amount of knockdown power at that distance, but it can get the job done. And when you're looking at survival situation where you just kind of want to be able to get out of there, it's probably good enough. It's definitely not as powerful as what a 308 7.6251 is going to be, but it is a very powerful round. With the right bullet selection, it can be very deadly. A lot of its bad rap is because of full metal jackets that the military shoots, and those just poke a little hole through and through. They can talk about tumbling and whatever all they want. My experience, they just punch a little hole and don't do very much damage at all. If you want to get serious about this, I mean, I understand full metal jacket can be bought in bulk and it's cheaper. But when you get serious, if you could get some nozzle partitions or some type of a controlled expanding bullet, hollow point or something like that, it's going to be much better for killing power and knockdown power. I'd shy away from the varmint bullets unless you're looking just for inside the home for defense and you don't want it penetrating the entire house. So what's this thing good for? They're pretty much everywhere. It's basically America's rifle right now. It always looks like the good guy's weapon, so people might just automatically assume you're the good guy, which hopefully you are. It's a very flat shooting, low recoil rifle. They've come leaps and bounds since they've been made as far as jamming. I still sometimes have issues if I shoot the cheap steel core stuff that has a lacquer coating on it and you shoot it rapidly. It heats the chamber up and that lacquer starts to get in the chamber and you'll start having failure to extract. So if you stick with just brass ammo, they're pretty reliable. They definitely need to be well cleaned and maintained after every time you take it out and shoot it. You want to do that. There's more to these particular rifles, but we're going to focus mainly on the calibers. So 5.56 can chew through a concrete wall in an urban environment. It's going to take several hits to do so, so most likely that's not going to be too effective. They will go through corridors, especially if you have like the full metal jacket ammo, which may be a viable option if you're planning on being in an urban setting. Sometimes even in a wooded setting where maybe somebody's seeking light cover through some small stuff. They don't penetrate much timber. Like the green tip is the best I've seen, and it might be deadly on the other side of a 3-inch sapling, but that's about the best you're going to hope for out of this, and it's not ideal. What the 223 is, or 5.56, it is a very accurate cartridge. I guess all these cartridges can be accurate, but it's known for being accurate. So you can get some pinpoint accuracy. There's hardly any recoil, so almost everybody in your family is going to be able to handle this rifle and shoot it well. It's like I say, you can carry more ammo with it, probably not as much as 9mm. You're definitely going to be able to carry more than 7.6239 and maybe close to double what you could of 308. However, I do feel that the knockdown power is not quite there, so you might have to shoot a target twice compared to a 308 or 7.6239. But that all depends on where the hit's at and what all it's going through. So this is a good weapon to break contact with. You can lay down a pretty heavy volume of fire pretty quick, and it's got usually 30 round mags, so you can put down a fair amount of fire to get away. Keep their heads pinned down while you're moving. So if you're in an environment where you're maybe taking this out on patrol and you see a deer and you want to pop it, it is capable of doing that with the proper rounds. Don't use the full metal jacket. Definitely want something like a Nosler partition, something designed to deer hunt with. So that being said, I'll show you what this thing looks like when we're shooting it. All right, guys, I'm going to start to 50, work my way out to 200, and then back. And at some point, we'll do some suppressive fire. Quick reload. Okay, so you can probably see in the video that this thing shoots a little quicker than a lot of the other guns just because you don't have the recoil. It's very ergonomic. It's easy to change magazines. Everything is kind of where you'd want it to be. Even I'm a left-handed shooter, and it's still not very difficult for me to operate this weapon. So it is a good choice for shit hit the fan. It just depends on your situation. So hopefully you guys like the video.